understand you're gonna put your head down.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Mike and Chet's Tennis Podcast. We're so happy you are with us. It is our 20th episode, Dad. Episode number
Wow.
20.
Wow. It seems like just yesterday.
Seems like just yesterday we started this, but it was almost 11 months ago now.
Yeah. Wow. I got to tell you this. I just heard the most ridiculous statement I've ever heard.
Okay.
It's from Patrick Mouratoglou. And, no slight against him because he's a very well-known guy, but he said the reason Djokovic is not winning the Australian Open is not because of his age. It's not because of his skill. It's not because of his fitness. It's because he's not motivated. What do you think of that?
I mean, he would be completely motivated to beat the all-time Grand Slam record, wouldn't you think?
I would think. And plus, that's the kind of guy he is now. He's motivated for every point that he plays.
Yeah, I mean, he's a fighter. It's it's been a decade of being motivated and disciplined in what he's doing. So I don't know.
In
Did he
other words,
elaborate on why he
and,
thinks that?
he just goes out, just carries on and on about it without reasons. But you know what? That should be on, CNN, the uh, the ridiculous. I think that statement should be on the ridiculous,
On the
right at the
ridiculous.
top, right at the top.
Yeah, I
Anyway,
mean, yeah, it's certainly disregarding some key factors there with Djokovic,
yeah, it's not his age. I mean, he's going to be
Yeah, it's
39.
not his age. It's not the fact that he's played more hours at the highest level than anybody of all time.
Yeah,
It's
it's
because
not
he's
a
more
fact.
motivated.
It's not a fact that he beat Sinner and he just narrowly lost. Well, not narrowly, but he
Yeah,
lost to
he put up
Alcaraz
a
in
good
the first
fight
set. Yeah,
against
he put up a
Alcaraz.
fight. That's for sure. Yeah.
I mean, okay, if you were to say, who's the top four people to win a Grand Slam, top four contenders, who would it be now?
Right now,
Yeah, I mean, the one and two are done, right?
Sinner
Who's
Alcaraz.
three?
Maybe Zverev's due. I mean, he's playing
Would you
really
say
well.
Zverev is more likely to win a slam than Djokovic?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't know now, I think potentially I think Djokovic can beat everyone except for Alcaraz and Sinner.
That's correct. That's correct.
So if he can get but he has to get through one of them. And we saw that, he can be lucky enough to get by one of them.
Yeah.
So if he can
But
get
also,
by one of them and and Zverev can knock off one of them and he can face Zverev in a final of a slam, I think he could win.
the only thing is that the stars lined up perfectly for Djokovic in this tournament. He didn't really have
Right.
to play. And slams are all 3 out of 5. So take that guy at 38 years old, and granted, he's in great shape, and he's going to be 39 for the next slam. Granted, he's in great shape, but what if he had to play 3 out of 5 sets back to back?
Couldn't
And
do it.
yeah,
He
yeah,
couldn't do it.
it's going to be, that's what we said on this one.
But you know why he couldn't do it? Not because his body is given up, it's because he's not motivated.
Okay. If anybody in this world is motivated for anything, it's Djokovic to win a tennis tournament.
Yeah, I mean, I think Patrick probably knows better, but I'd wonder why he'd think that, Whatever. People
Just to
say
be
things and flip
controversial, I
things,
guess.
it could have been part of a bigger conversation, so you never really know, right? You
Yeah,
come across a clip on YouTube and and you run with a sentence somebody said and then you take that as their whole opinion.
correct.
It was just a snip of what they said, right? So
Correct.
you never know. I think he's been around the block a few times to know that that's not the case.
Right, right. Okay, so what about the upcoming tournament?
I mean, good for Felix. How do you pronounce what's the correct French name?
Auger-Aliassime.
No, of the tournament he won.
Montpellier.
Montpellier. Yeah, Montpellier won. He beat Manarino. And then
He should beat Manarino.
yeah, he should. We're glad he's converting. But still, you got to celebrate these wins because it's not nothing.
Any
And
guy that strings his racket at what, 20 pounds?
was it 26, something like that.
It's something way down there.
Yeah.
He should be
Um,
beating him.
And then we have, Rotterdam going on as well. And we just saw Medvedev lose to Hugo Humbert
Very
today.
good pronunciation.
And Medvedev looked less than his.
Motivated? Was he motivated?
He didn't seem motivated. That was his problem.
Wasn't Montpellier on clay?
I'm pretty sure it's hard court actually.
Really? In
Yeah,
France? Could
yeah.
be.
But yeah, he oh, Montpellier, yeah, that could be clay actually.
Oh, wait a second. Montpellier, but that was Felix. That was not
That was
Med.
Felix. Yeah, that wasn't Medvedev. Where in Rotterdam, it's hard court that Medvedev lost on. So it
His
wasn't
favorite
rolling
surface.
around in the dirt like a dog, like his opponent.
Yeah, don't slight your dog Baxter. That's not nice.
I know, I know. Baxter's busy with a bone, or else he'd be on this episode. He has
Yes,
other things.
more important things.
Yeah. I wanted to bring up, I'm getting back into playing. I sent you a text today asking you, how many matches should I be playing a week? How many different people should I be playing? And this is for competitive players. Do you want to just tell the audience kind of what your answer was to that and why?
Well, here's the thing. You're playing, most of these guys that are playing competition are not coaching. So
Right.
they're playing all the time. They're playing every day, a couple hours a day and doing their fitness, et cetera, et cetera. But somebody in your position, you can still get ready, but you've got to be playing, I would say, 2, 3 times a week minimum
Matches, not practice, matches.
matches against a couple of guys to get you ready.
Yeah.
I mean, it's of course it's not going to be as good as the guys that are doing it full time.
Yeah, but I think there's also other benefits. I do have a racket in my hand all the time. I am on court. I'm demonstrating things. I'm thinking through things. So I do find that actually in the time that I've spent coaching, I've improved as a player, not only because I practice, but also because I'm thinking through what you have to do on the court a little bit more in teaching. And
That's a
that's
good
made me a
point.
better player.
That's a good point. But on the other side of the coin, it's a matter of timing. The more you can hit with a guy your level, the better
Yeah.
timing gets. And you
Yeah.
don't get that practice when you're feeding balls to, you know,
Yeah.
advanced beginners.
I mean, one of my favorite YouTubers, Sean, plays tennis, and we'd love to get him on as a guest
That
of
the
the
British
podcast.
guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He does great vlogs, etc. He's a professional player. And he was talking about his fitness regimen going into his season. And he was saying one of the key things that he's feeling now that he's gone through his fitness, phase or whatever, his preseason phase, is that he's getting to the balls quick. He's getting to where he needs to be quicker so he can get set and hit a good quality shot. And I
Mhm.
thought, that was a good thing that, you don't really think about it. You think about getting to balls, but it's not just about getting to the ball. It's the guy who's fit enough to not only get to the ball, but get there early enough to set up and hit a good quality shot.
Yeah, here's what I've always said. You want to be fit enough so you're not thinking about it.
Right.
You don't want to be thinking when you're in a match that, I'm getting a little tired and it kind of distracts you.
To a certain extent, I think, but I don't know. I think also if you're at a high level, if you're playing at a professional level, like none of those guys, unless you're in the heat or something like that, should be at the point where they're like, oh, I can't really keep up. I'm tired because my fitness is like, no, this guy's fitness is just way better than mine. He's way faster, he's stronger. And then it becomes not only you don't want to be thinking about that you're tired, it's I want to get faster and faster and faster and stronger,
Right.
etc.
Yeah. And you got more energy. You have more
Right.
energy through grueling points and through grueling sets and long matches.
Yeah.
That's an advantage. That should be a given because that's something you can do yourself. That should be a given that you're super fit. I mean, that's what they do.
Yeah.
That's their job.
Their job is to be a tennis player.
Mhm.
You got to cover all aspects, right? It's your
Mhm.
profession.
So, shall we discuss Dallas?
Sure. What do you think?
Okay, there's a lot of good US, all the good US players are in it. And
Yeah.
a few others. None of the top guns are there though. Djokovic isn't there. Sinner is not there. Alcaraz is there. So you've
Right.
got the US guys, Shelton, Fritz, Tommy Paul,
Yep.
uh, and those other kind of more fringe guys. Michelson is it?
Yep. Mickelson, Korda, Tiafo.
Yeah, yeah. So I don't know. I've got my favorite, and if I had to pick my favorite, I'd say Tommy Paul. I like the way he plays. He's playing well.
Wow.
I know he was at one point, he was number 8 in the world. He slipped down a little bit now, um,
Yeah.
but he's still very capable. What do you think?
I think Taylor Fritz.
But he's not coming through somehow.
He'll turn it around. He's also at home, right? He's in the
Yeah.
States. I don't know. I like him. Maybe I'm a little biased.
Yeah,
But
what
you know,
about Ben
also,
Shelton?
I mean, Sheldon could win it too, but I'd go with Fritz. And then Dimitrov is making his comeback. I believe this is his first tournament back since his pec tear.
Yeah, he's too old.
He's too old.
He's no Djokovic. How old is
Yeah.
Dimitrov?
He must be the same age, like 40 maybe. Actually, might be a bit older.
Yeah,
I
can
remember
you look it
something.
up quickly?
Yeah, for sure.
I'd say 36, 37.
He's only 34. Holy shit.
What? Guy's been
Yeah.
around forever.
He's been around forever. Yeah, I know. I saw a hilarious picture. Um, Dimitrov and Agassi.
Yeah.
This is a
Thing
great.
is, though, Dimitrov too. I mean, he's still 34, and he's had a pec tear. That's not that easy to come back from a pec tear at that level of play.
Can you see this?
Yes, I can. Look at who's Agassi with?
Dimitrov,
That's Dimitrov,
and that's them now. There's Agassi and Dimitrov as a kid, and Dimitrov's a kid,
right?
and there's them now.
It looks like Simon Cowell in that picture. You
Yeah, he does, honestly. But
Simon
Simon
Cowell.
Cowell has gotten tons of surgery. You wouldn't even recognize him now. Look at what he looks like now.
Yeah, look at that. His face is all filled out.
Yeah.
He's got a new set of teeth. Yeah, for sure.
Surprising new face.
Yeah,
Yeah.
look at that. That's perfect teeth now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
Okay.
Dimitrov looks a bit like him.
So I also want to ask, okay, this might be an interesting one. At what level? No, let's put it this way. What do you have to do to beat a pusher? A lot of people at a club level,
Yeah.
um, have that pusher that they can't beat, they can't quite get there, can't take advantage of the shot, whatever the case may be. The guy
So
gets everything back or the lady gets everything back. How do you beat a pusher?
this may be something for another podcast. Things a tennis coach hates to hear.
Okay.
And one thing I've always hated was somebody being called a pusher, like it's a negative thing.
You're right.
I mean, if you can't beat a pusher, it's not the pusher's fault. He's playing his game. It's
Yeah.
your fault. It's your
Mhm.
fault by not devising a strategy, not working on something with your coach. But you have to find a way. And if you can't beat a so-called pusher, then you're not that good. You
Exactly.
should eat those guys up. Now,
Exactly. It's
pusher has a very negative connotation. But now, are you a pusher because you're just a steady player and you don't make mistakes and you don't come to the net? Or are you a pusher because you're hitting a lob on every shot? That's the difference. But still, player has to be able to beat them. So now you ask the question, how to beat a so-called pusher? I mean,
yeah.
there's different ways. There's different ways. You don't want to push back and forth with a pusher.
You don't want
And
to play into their game.
correct. So you can come to the net, but you have to make sure that you come to the net with a very good approach shot. Otherwise, pushers are usually very good at lobbing.
Right.
Or practice your overhead.
Yeah.
So welcome that guy
That's a
lobbing.
good one. You don't have to smack a winner. You can
No.
place the ball, come to the net, give yourself a decent ball to come to the net on, and then
Mhm.
finish it at the net.
Yeah. The other thing is you can do pushers notorious. I'm always using pushers in quotes. Pushers notoriously hate to come to the net.
Hmm.
That's not their game.
Yeah.
So if you can bring a pusher to the net by hitting drop shots, maybe short balls, provided you're not setting the guy up. So you want to bring him to the net on lower balls, then pushers are very uncomfortable at the net. They
Right.
don't practice it. They're not very good at it. So there's another strategy. So there's things you can do.
Right.
But what
And
happens,
really, what is a pusher? A pusher is somebody who's not going to attack,
correct?
who sends probably a fair share of defensive balls back as
Yes.
well as rally balls, but you're never going to find them on the attack.
And a pusher, his whole strategy is you outlast the guy. Make sure that you think that the guy's going to make a mistake before you do, which is probably true. So guys that complain about pushers are guys that are making lots of mistakes for no reason.
Right.
Yeah. But I don't, you can't, that's, that's like students. Another thing you don't like your student to say is, oh, well, you know, that's not fair. This person takes 3 lessons a week. Like they're not supposed to do that. They want to have fair play. They want to take 1 lesson every month like you do.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, as long as it plays by the rules, everything's fair.
That's right.
You got to
And
find a way to win.
what level do you think that pushing strategy stops working, or does it work all the way up until 7.0? I guess it's the quality of your shots,
Yeah. But that's
right? So
steady players.
you can play a pusher so-called game and what level does that cap
Well,
out?
you can't pooch a ball at mid-court because the 4-0 players will eat that up. So
Right.
I'd say to answer that question, I'd say you probably can get away with it up to 3.5 at the most. That's it.
Yeah.
Because the 4.0 players have weapons.
Yeah, I mean, once you start developing the weapons, you can't really play that pusher game that you would give to somebody at a club level.
The other thing you do with pushers is you have to move them around. You can't just rally back and forth.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just letting the dog out.
Hmm. Wasn't that the name of a song, Who Let the Dogs Out?
Yeah.
Who did that one?
I don't know.
Very well-known rap song.
Yeah. Um, okay, we got a big tournament coming up though in Indian Wells. Um,
So who's your pick for Dallas? Is it Fritz?
yeah, Fritz.
I'm picking Tommy Paul.
Yeah.
Go out on a limb. Tommy Paul's a 9-1 underdog in that tournament.
9-1 underdog, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. And he's the third seed, I think, or so. So big tournament coming up, Indian Wells, beginning of March.
Yes, sir.
Now the big guys are playing in that one.
Yeah, you got some bigger names in that for sure.
I think the top three are in that.
Yeah. You got Novak, you got Alcaraz, you got Sinner, you got everybody. Zverev.
Yeah. So
So
that's
based
that's
on the flow of how things are going after the Australian Open, what do you think of that?
I think you got to until somebody beats him. I think you got to go with Alcaraz, with Sinner a very close second.
All right, but you can't just have Alcaraz winning every single tournament.
No, but he's coming off. Sinner's had a bad one, and Alcaraz coming off a very good performance. So,
Yeah.
and the thing with Djokovic is, I mean, he can be in the mix too, because this is a 2 out of 3 setter, right?
Yeah.
And 2 out of 3 sets favors the older guy.
I don't
So,
know if it, yeah, I guess
yeah, just
gives him
in
a
that,
better chance, doesn't
yeah,
favor him.
yeah. So, I mean, he can still do it. Djokovic can still do it, but at that age, I mean, every week I think makes a difference.
I don't know.
But the way he's doing, fitness-wise, everything.
Yep.
Sinner could, of course, Sinner could just bounce back and become the Sinner that we know.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with Sinner to win Indian Wells. because I think that's exactly what's going to happen. I think something's got to click with him that he just lost to Djokovic in the Australian Open when he had no business losing to him.
Well, I'll tell you, if Sinner plays Djokovic in the semis, I would strongly say that Sinner's going to win this time.
Right,
He
right.
was off. Sinner was not. Djokovic was great. You've got to give him credit. But as we said in a previous podcast, Sinner was off.
Yeah.
Wasn't
So I'm going to
doing
go Sinner to win it all. I think Alcaraz is going to get booted before the finals.
it.
I think he's going to, he had a unbelievable showing, but I
I'm
don't
going to
know.
phone my friend Patrick Mouratoglou to see if he thinks that Djokovic is going to be motivated for this. If he's not motivated, he isn't. Same
Yeah,
with
I
Sinner.
wonder. I wonder if he's going to be motivated.
Same with Sinner.
If he doesn't win it, he obviously wasn't motivated.
Hey, you know who by the way, just a bit of an aside, who I saw Anisimova lost to, I think, Svitolina in whatever tournament they're playing now.
Wow.
3 sets.
Yeah, we got to get served with Andy Roddick. We
Yeah.
got Kim Kleisters to come on and do a segment basically on the WTA. I mean, the
Mhm.
guys know their stuff too, but there's nothing like getting the actual insights from a player. I feel like we have to get a WTA insight person.
Who can we
It's
get?
I'll tell you, it's tough to keep up fully with both.
I know.
It's tough. Like, you obviously the bigger, we love the women's tennis, but the bigger, accolades, etc., lead you to follow the men a little bit more. But so sometimes you can be the WTA correspondent
Okay. Well,
because I had no clue that Anna Samova beat Svitolina.
yeah, I know. You don't look at the women's results. I study them.
No, oh yeah, sure. No, but no, I would like I'll look at the women's at a Masters level at a Grand Slam, but I don't know what tournament were they playing?
You know what I think? I think we should consult with Kyrgios on the women's circuit.
Yeah, I know we should. And
He's on top of it.
what tournament were they playing?
I don't know which one it is. It's whatever the best current tournament is. You could look that up.
Are you sure? I can't see any result. The last result it's showing is National Bank Open result and Samova versus Svitolina.
Maybe that's what it was.
Yeah, but it's from August 3rd, 2025.
No, that can't be it. Is that what I
Yeah,
was looking at?
maybe. I don't know.
All right, I'm going to retire from my position as
You retire from your
as a
course. It was a
consultant,
short, it was a
WTA
short-lived
consultant.
it was
That's
a
right.
short-lived position. Let's maybe I wouldn't mind showing you a couple of videos and just getting your reaction to them. Can we go into this segment and then we'll wrap it up there?
Sure,
Okay. Can you see my screen?
I can.
Okay. Wait.
Ah, the different types of tennis balls. Is that what you're showing me?
Yeah, wait though.
Because each tournament is played in completely different conditions. The Australian Open uses a Dunlop ball designed for extreme heat. High temperatures can make balls fluff up and play quicker, so this one is built to stay more consistent in hot, hardcore conditions. Roland Garros uses a Wilson ball that's heavier and slightly grippier. On clay, that extra weight helps the ball cut through the surface, slow the game down, and create a higher bounce and longer rallies. Wimbledon uses a Slazenger ball, which is lighter. A lighter ball keeps the bounce lower and helps maintain the quick, skidding nature of the court. And finally, the US Open uses a Wilson ball built for durability, designed to hold its pressure and felt over long matches on abrasive hard courts. Same sport, four very different balls, but which one is your favorite? Why do the four
Okay.
See, originally, what I thought was this is baloney. Yes, the balls are different, but does it make that much difference on the surface? But then I'm reading, a lot of other different opinions by experts that say it does make a difference, and that's why they have these kind of balls on these surfaces.
Right. Yeah. I think for us, well, at least I'll say I don't know about your prime, but for me, I would have a much harder time telling the difference than Djokovic or any of these guys, right? I mean, they're very, very tuned in. So, I think there's something to it. Just like I think there's something to, a dampener on a racket. Does it really make that much difference? Probably not. I
Well,
think it does make a difference, but a minuscule difference.
I don't think the dampener makes any difference except for the sound.
No.
Some
Yeah.
people like that dull sound.
I
But
think they did
really,
a study on it and it came back so minuscule that it doesn't make
the
any difference.
vibration in you, let's say you don't want to get a bad arm and there's some
Yeah.
vibration, but the vibration comes more from the frame than from the
Yeah, probably
strings.
from the frame. You got to have an up-to-date good frame. And also, string tension, where you're hitting it on the racket. Are you getting it in the middle in the sweet spot or getting it off to the side? All
Also,
that makes your technique, you have bad form, could impact you. Um,
right. So the
negatively.
dampener is not going to make a difference. Correct, get a lesson on your stroke to correct it.
Right.
Then you're going to be fine. But I remember too, in the old days, we used to put elastic bands on the string.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, Agassi did it. And you know, Roddick did it because he saw Agassi do it. Okay, ready for video number two? How many videos can I show you?
4.
Okay, that's good. Okay, video number two. Okay, point of view, POV. Marat Safin coaching Andrei Rublev.
Sorry, mate. Let's not have too many Diet Pepsis. Yeah, it's okay. We just practice today. We go cross court. Yeah, cross. We go court, yeah. Me book court? Yeah, I don't book court. You book? It's okay. It's okay. We practice right here in the parking lot. It's okay. Balls. Me? Don't bring balls, but suka, who's this guy? It's okay. We find ball in the parking lot. It's okay. It's okay. You just don't hit too hard, man. This guy he hits so hard. We need girlfriend. We need a couple girlfriends. Andre.
So
He was always funny.
This is a guy who does all these videos, coach Connor Casey. Does all these different skits.
Is that the Connor Casey who's a Canadian?
I don't know if he's Canadian. I don't know where
There is
he's.
a Connor Casey who's a
Is there?
Canadian. He's a decent
Like,
player.
would you know? Do you know
No,
the?
I
I
just
don't
know the
know.
name. I just
Look,
know
I
the
think he's
name.
a college coach. He might be
Could be him.
might be yeah, could be. I don't know. Okay, let me show you. Let me show you one more. Roger Federer work ethic.
We did Roger Federer and was stunned how hard he worked on the practice court, 4 and 5 hour blocks on the practice. And I never knew this about Roger because if you go and watch Roger on the practice warming up for a match, it looks like he's going out to play with the country club boys, just slapping the ball around, barely moving his feet. And he said, Darren, all the hard work is done in the leader. I just have to feel the ball and feel good about my game. Everything is done away from the public's eyes. The actual match court is just for show. It's when you're practicing inside a stadium with 0 people watching. That's what really matters. And that's where you're putting in all that hard work. And if you can accomplish that, then you can accomplish some great things. I did it.
Well, that's like one of my favorite quotes, and that is, "Practice is for crying, competition is for laughing." And that seems to be Federer's principle. He works harder than anybody probably, and we don't see it. Nobody
Right.
knows about that. And so he puts it in, he tears his guts out in his practice, and then that's why he seems like he's just floating through those matches.
Right. People don't know what goes into it.
Yeah.
The vast majority of people have no clue how much goes into getting to that level. Nobody gets to that level by, he was very talented and played some few times a week, a few hours here, a few hours there. Yeah, he played some tournaments and then he got to that level. No, these kids are training for this like a full-time job from the time they're 6 years old.
Who's the exception?
Nick Kyrgios, but
Correct. Yeah.
I think that's false. I think he had to have worked extremely hard. Just maybe in comparison, when he got to that level, he didn't work as hard as some of the other guys, but he still had to put in a lot of hours
I,
of hard, grueling work to get to that level.
yeah. I think he worked hard, but nothing like these guys. I
Yeah,
mean,
especially, well, yeah,
working
especially
hard for
when they
him is a
got,
couple hours a day.
yeah, I mean, guys are practicing a lot harder than a couple hours a day, you know.
Yep.
And a couple hours a day is not like a couple hours of slapping the ball around, right?
Yeah, that's a complaint I have, by the way, about a lot of juniors coming up, is their practice is not focused. It's not intense. So it's
Right.
much better to have 2 hours of intense practice than 4 hours of, if you'll pardon the expression, half-assed practice.
Yeah. I mean, don't just maximum of practice if you're a competitive player. 5 minutes of hitting the ball baseline to baseline, just down the middle. 5 minutes maximum. Then you move on to other things. You're not just aimlessly hitting the ball back and forth.
Correct. There has to be a purpose
Right.
in every shot you hit.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
And on that note, anything else you'd like to add?
I think that's about it. I'd like to say goodbye to Baxter, but he's outside.
He's outside now. Yeah, I had to let the dogs out, as the song says. All
Okay,
right, guys.
very good.
Thank you very much for watching. We really appreciate it. I mean, we got to do a quick Lacoste check. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm wearing the mustard.
yeah, that's
You
a
got on the
beautiful.
lavender tonight. Actually, we complement each other. We look like, like a little
Yeah,
bouquet. We just
we
need.
complement each other. Chet, that's a beautiful Lacoste shirt you're wearing.
Oh, and yours, very lavender.
Thank you. It also has a lavender fragrance to it. You didn't
Oh,
know that.
yeah, sure.
Comes with a shirt.
Comes with it.
Yeah.
All
I
right, and
sprayed it with
Lacoste,
some
we're still
lavender
waiting for our
fragrance.
sponsorship. We wear all your shirts. My father's been a customer for his whole life,
Forever.
115 years.
Yep, forever. Anyways, great. Thank you everybody for watching us.
Yep.
Comments, any questions are welcomed. Any comment, disagree with us. Anyways, but
Disagree with us
thank you for watching.
if you dare. All right. And like, subscribe. That's all. Thank you very much.
Good night.
Good night.